Hello and welcome to episode 56 of IOnTheTigers, a podcast all about the National Ice Hockey League, but one that always has an eye on the Telford Tigers. This week, it's going to be, probably one of my favourite episodes of the year, actually, to do, and that is pre-season predictions. It's bound to be controversial, and come March, no doubt it's going to prove to be wrong, but it's always one that I enjoy doing and thinking about how the season might pan out. Before I get to the controversy, though, just a couple of quick updates from the Tigers camp. One arrival and one departure. So we'll start with the departure. So it's been announced that Nick Oliver is not going to be icing for the upcoming season. He takes some time away from the game. So all the best, Nick, and thanks for everything you've done in a Tigers shirt. Great watching you play. That great big heavy slap shot that you had. Always wonderful to hear that more than anything else. Just the sound that it would make when you're taking those shots. In terms of the arrival, we've lost a defenseman, but we've also gained one. It's a familiar face to Tigers fans as Ross Connolly returns. So welcome back, Ross, and looking forward to seeing you take the ice in, just under a week's time now. So that's Tigers news. Bit that you're all here for, the real controversial stuff. Who finishes where in the league? So, going to go from top down to bottom. Or should I go the other way? No, let's go from top down to bottom. And it seems the right way of doing it. So, top of the pile come March. It's going to be Leeds. Probably not an original pick. But I mean, realistically, they've got a really solid roster. They've got a great netminder in Sam Gospel. They've got Kieran Brown, who's going to be running around at sort of like 120 points. They've kept the core of the team in place. Ryan Aldridge knows what he's doing. Great coach. I mean, just week in, week out, they're going to churn out results, quite simply. That's what you need to do to win the league, and that's what Leeds are the best at doing. So they will win the league again. Second place. Perhaps this is where the controversy starts. Hull. Hull are going to take second place. Yes, they have lost Declan Barmer recently, but they have put together a real gritty kind of team. Matty Davis has done a great job. They've got a gritty team in there that's going to be able to go to any rink in the country and grind out a result. It might not always be pretty at times, but they are going to grind results out, and they are going to take second in the league. Third place is going to go to Milton Keynes. They've got incredible firepower, but are they going to be able to grind results out like Leeds and Hull? I don't necessarily think that they will. So I think this season they're going to finish third. I mean, they're going to be dangerous playing things like the Cups with the firepower they've got, but I think in the league, third is where they're going to finish. Fourth place. Swindon. Swindon are going to take fourth. They're going to get good results. They're going to have the odd shock result. No doubt against Bristol. They often seem to struggle against Bristol. You kind of feel that Swindon could have a weekend of playing Leeds and Bristol and then end up with 2 points by beating Leeds but then losing to Bristol. But over the course of the season, I think they're going to be good enough to get fourth place. Although it's going to be pretty tight with fifth place, who I think is going to be Peterborough. To be fair, Swindon and Peterborough, I think this one kind of like feels pretty interchangeable. Either one could finish fourth, either one could finish fifth. I think Swindon will edge it, but I wouldn't be massively surprised if it ended up the other way around. Peterborough, good roster in place. I don't think that they're going to be challenging for the league, but at the same time, I don't think they're going to have any concerns or worries about whether they make the playoffs or not, quite simply. Same goes for Swindon. Can't see either of them challenging for the league. Can't see either of them being in any danger of missing out on playoffs. Sort of that fourth, fifth spot quite comfortably between those two. Sixth place. I'm going to go Sheffield. This one could be a pretty bold call. Obviously, a lot of players have come in, been big changes sort of over the summer there. If they gel, they've got actually potential, I think, to finish higher. If they don't gel, or the Steelers end up calling up lots of the players, then they could finish lower. But I think, all things considered, they get that team together. They play fairly regularly, sort of not many call-ups to the Steelers, which is perhaps the most likely thing to be happening. I think 6, yeah. It's going to take a bit of time for them to gel, to play together. But once they have, I think they're going to be reasonably strong, and that will be good enough for 6th place. 7th, I'm going to go to Telford. Yeah, we'll make the playoffs. It's not going to be sort of anything flashy. We'll probably stay in a fair few of the games. I mean, we'll probably get blown out in a couple of games, but we'll stay in the vast majority of games, I would have thought. With Brad, we've always got a chance. And then with sort of likes of Mackenzie and Howes and Luca, there's definitely goals there. Devon Skaleski, if he arrives and puts up some big numbers, then yeah, do you know what? Higher up the league maybe, but no, I'm going to go for 7th for Telford. We'll make the playoffs, and well, everybody knows what Telford are like when they make the playoffs, so we'll keep fingers crossed that this could be the year in the playoffs. 8th, I'm going to go for Solway. Solway are going to make it this season to the playoffs. I just think that upgrade on the netminder with bringing in Jordan Marr, I think that's just going to be enough for them to sneak into the playoffs. But 9th are going to be Berkshire Bees. Got plenty of firepower, but yeah, I can just see Solway pipping them. Again, this is another one of those ones where actually, do you know what? If Bees finish 8th and Solway finish 9th, again, wouldn't necessarily be massively surprised. But yeah, I think it's going to be quite a battle between those two to get that final playoff spot. But I think Solway will just pip it out in the end. 10th, Romford Raiders. Been a lot of change there over the summer. I think this is very much going to be for them a season where sort of regather themselves, refocus, and very much rebuild. Looking forward or looking ahead to them then coming back in the 25-26 season and putting a real big challenge for playoff spots. And 11th, last but not least, Bristol Pitbulls. Change of coach, yeah, they've recruited some players, but I still think compared to the rest of the league, they're the weakest team and are going to struggle. So sorry, Bristol fans, I've got you bottom of the pile again. Also apologies, Bees and Raiders fans. I know that I've put you not making playoffs, but 3 teams aren't going to make it, and those are the 3 that I think will not make it. As I said, this is bound to be controversial. You're bound to disagree, so please get in contact. Let me know what you think. Where have I got it wrong? Share who you think is going to finish where in the league season. I'll be back next week, taking a look back at the start of pre-season games for most teams, with the exception of Solway, who I know started this weekend against Glasgow. But yeah, we'll start to take a look at pre-season next week. So that's it for today. Bye for now.